Welcome back to the channel. It is Carrie here from Carrie Counts Cash. I want to take a moment before I even start this video to say thank you to everybody who subscribed to this channel and the people who have been lurking in the background. I have recently had an influx of so many subscribers. It feels like just yesterday I was staring at the 200 mark in absolute disbelief, and over the last week and a half, so many people have decided that they like this little piece of dysfunction right here. So thank you so much. As a brief intro, I am a 31-year-old Canadian cash stuffer living in tiny little New Brunswick. I'm a single lady. I have one kitty cat. His name is Polaris. He's my baby. And I work as an ICURN, which has afforded me a certain lifestyle. And I'm not crazy. I don't go over the top. I'm not super materialistic. But guys, I realize that I'm not low income, and I'm so grateful for that. And I'm really happy with my station in life. I couldn't really ask for more right now. So that is kind of a brief rundown of the snapshot I wanted to give you, and let's just get into the weekly check-in and unstuffing. This will be for bills that are due next week, and then any money I spent last week that needs to go back to the bank. And yeah, I'm gonna admit that it was a really hectic week, and I went ahead and filled in all of my dailies already, and we'll just kind of talk about expenses and life. My next cash stuffing will be coming on Thursday, Friday area. I'm not sure which yet, because I work nights both nights there. I had taken vacation. I technically am supposed to work tomorrow and then Wednesday, but I had taken those off on vacation. So yay! Okay, so to start off with, I do want to admit that I had a flub up on my last week. On my 6th of August, I had forgotten to include $12.64 that I spent on toilet paper at the superstore. Not even gonna lie, y'all, I stared at my credit card statement for 20 minutes trying to figure out what the heck was the problem, and I could not for the life of me figure out what this purchase was, and I was almost ready to dispute it because it just looks suspicious, right? And then if you look down here, I'd bought dog treats for my mom at Canadian Tire. That was $12.64, and then there was $12.64 at the superstore, and I'm like, I definitely didn't spend any money at the superstore as far as outside of my grocery bill here. So I was like, what the heck? And then I realized, and so I had to come back, and I've already unstuffed that. So I had $25 in my household envelope, and I pulled 10. So I did make change for this $20. So there is still $15 in my household envelope, but I went ahead and did that off camera because that was my flub up. Okay, so then on the 7th, that started our week off strong. We had a no spend day, which was great. On the 8th, I went out for McDonald's. I got dinner that was $18, and my mom had sent me money for the dog treats that we just talked about, the $12.64. And so she paid me back for those, plus a little bit of extra that just went to my checking buffer. So technically I did come ahead by a marginal barrier that week. Okay, and then on the 9th, we had another no spend day, so that was awesome. I wasn't expecting that. And then on the 10th, we also got some money. These days have been good, guys. They've been good to me. But I was mostly just dumb. Again, are you even surprised? So what had happened was up here on Monday when I bought that external storage for my phone, that USB-C drive that plugs right into my charging jack, my headphone jack, the 256 gig or whatever it was. I bought that, and then I thought, you have 35 videos sitting in your actual CapCut app that are videos you've already posted that you don't need to be clogging up your storage here. I had them as far back as January when I started filming. And so I went and deleted a bunch of those, and didn't you know that freed up all my storage. So I was like, Carrie, do you really need that external storage? No. So I sent that back, and I didn't get all of it back. Initially it was $41.39. I got $33.88 out of that, and I was happy with that. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna take This money is still on my credit card, but technically in my bills, I have my credit card envelope, and that does have my money from Wants that I had purchased that on that needs to go back to the bank. So we're gonna take out, how much are we gonna take out? Do we wanna take out 35? I think I'm gonna take $35 out of here and put that back in my Wants envelope because that is where that had come from in the first place. So we have 20, 35, and this money I'll put back in my Wants, if that makes sense. I don't know if that does or doesn't. And I'm gonna actually put all of this money here in the cash tray. And then we'll figure out what is what. Because we'll have to make change for a couple things as we go. All right, so let's put my bills binder away for just a moment, and we'll grab my low priorities and put that $35 right away now so that I don't get confused. Wants is right here in the back, and that has $10 left from when I had purchased that jump drive, but now I clearly don't need it. So now we have 20, 30, 40, 45 there. Oh my God, there, okay. So that's dealt with. And then the next thing that happened on the 10th was I got breakfast between my 2 night shifts here. So that cost me $11. That came out of my eating out cash envelope. I don't need to reconcile that transaction. But you will see there is a little sticky note up here in the corner of my planner, dryer repair kit, $60.94. Now what that is you'll recall if you watched my last weekly check-in that I was mentioning how my dryer had broken. So I bought a dryer repair kit because I thought I knew what the culprit was, and this dryer repair kit had everything I needed plus more in it to repair it. So I was happy with that purchase, but it was going to ship at the end of the month for regular customers on Amazon. So I signed into my mom's account and I used her Amazon Prime, and the shipping came within like 2 days using her Prime account. And what that meant is my mom ended up paying for that on her credit card. So I was going to pay her back for that. And then my dad came down yesterday. So today is the 14th. He came down on the 13th to look at my dryer. And we determined that it's not what I thought it was. So this dryer repair kit, we don't need it. So I'm sending that back. And I did want to wait to send my mom the money for this until my dad had looked at it, just in case I was wrong. Because guys, I'm not an expert on dryer repair, okay? Anyway, so I'm going to send that back. And I didn't want to send my mom the money, decide we were refunding it, her get the money, and then have to send me the money back. Because it was a whole extra step. So I said, I'm just going to wait to know if this is really the problem. If it is, great, I'll pay you right back. If it's not, then we'll send this back. You'll get the money back. It'll be like it never happened. So that was kind of the spiel for the 10th, and that's what this is here for. But I haven't written anything in here yet because I don't know how that's going to pan out yet. And mostly that's because I'm on vacation right now and I have no access to a printer. So once I go back on my nights, I will officially print the return label off of her account and send that in. So that'll be dealt with then. So we're just gonna leave that there for now. And then on the 11th, we finally got the pizza that we've been talking about for months now. So that cost me $49.42, and I actually took this out of my groceries instead of my eating out. Now I did that because it was a larger purchase, and I don't know about y'all, but when you're a single lady and you don't got anybody else to feed in this house, you don't got any gremlins or anything like that that eat you out of house and home, sometimes a large pizza will last you for a few days. So that was my plan. Instead of spending $50 on groceries, I said, no, I'm just going to use it on the pizza instead of wasting all of my eating out budget on this. and then kind of being stuck because this was the plan for a few days here. So that $49.42, I was happy, came out of my groceries budget. And then on the 12th, we had a no spend. The 13th was the day that my dad came down and looked at my dryer. In order to take it apart, he had to go to the hardware store and buy a couple things. Some of the screws are stripped. So I just wrote it under dryer parts, and that was $23.89. What I've determined I'm going to do is take this money out of my emergency fund. So that's what it's in the light yellow for. And technically we haven't ordered the part that he actually needs to repair this dryer for yet. Because he was going to wait and speak to an actual dryer repair technician and see if they have that part on hand before I ordered it, because again, it comes from quite a distance away and the shipping is going to take a long time. And I don't know if you recall, but my dad had a knee replacement in April, so he has been home for that. But he has been home since April, and now it's August, and he's looking to go back to work next month, so he may or may not be around, so he's trying to get that part in really quick. I left that in their hands. Again, my mom can order that off of her Amazon Prime account and I'll pay her back, but I don't know what that's going to be. So I'm also just going to write a note for me here just to remind me to make sure my mom does that. So this one we're going to leave over here, and today's the 14th. So I'm going to write the date up in the corner and leave that be. So we do have to unstuff my money from my emergency fund for this, and we will have to make some change, which is why I've left a lot of this money over here on the side. So let's see what we got. I guess I could take it out of my savings envelope, but that is what an emergency fund is for, is it not? So because it was $23.89, we're going to pull $25. So I'm going to put this $50 down, and we will take $25 back. So $25 back. And I will fill in this tracker off camera, but we started out with $1,700, so $1,675 is our new total in emergency fund as of now. But when my mom orders that new part, there will be more money coming out of here, which honestly, I'm grateful, because I was beside myself thinking I was gonna have to get a whole new dryer. Because appliances these days really just like don't last as long as they should, guys. I don't know what it is about what they do now, but it's not like the olden days. And then, honestly, that's all we got for the weekly check-in part of the video. So let's unstuff all of the bills that need to go back to the bank. So let's just grab my bills binder. And that is why it's hard to see in the light, but this is my bank envelope, because most of my actual bills come out of my checking account. So I'm going to put that money directly in here. Some of them do go on my credit card, mind you, but none of the ones we're going to pull out today. So let's do that right now. So I'm going to set this back in my cash tray, and then we'll start from the front. Car payment is going to be paid. So that is $100, $200, $300, $400, $410, $420, $25, $30. My car payment is $223, but I always do pay the $430. So let me set that right in the envelope, and we'll sort all of that money at the end. I just don't want it to get mixed up with my credit card money. Cell phone will get paid as well. This is for both my device and my actual plan. We have $50, $100. This one's taped, so it's like extra thick, and it makes me feel like there's another bill stuck there. $120, $140, $150, $160 for cell phone. Credit card is sitting right here. Credit line, we're not going to pull. Insurance is not due, not for loan interest, but yes to power bill. So power bill, there should be $220 here. 100, 200, 10, 20. And my power bill is $217, but we will pay the $220 just so that we add a little bit of a buffer going forward. Subscriptions, I am just going to leave. My iCloud will be coming out any day now, but I'll just pay that back all at once. And then TV, internet should be the last thing for now. So 50, 100, 120, 140, 150, 160. So this is the vast majority of my bills. I don't include my mortgage in my bill envelope because that I get paid on Thursdays and my mortgage comes out that same week I get paid on Fridays. So there's literally no point, but let us sort this out. It will be hard to see all of this on camera because I've got the frame so wide, but that's okay. Okay, let's count how much is going to the back. Going back to the bank for bills. We have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 650, 7, 750, 8, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 900, 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50. $950 for bills in the middle of the month, which is always a real hit to my ego, but that's okay. So this envelope will be going back into my cash wallet, and I will take the money back probably any day now. I can't tell you what day this is going to go back to the bank, but soon. So there's that. And then, guys, I really think that was it for this video. So let's put this money back in my credit card envelope and keep building this up for the end of the month. So in my credit card envelope, we have 100, 150, 200, 250, 270, 290, 310, 330, 340, 350, 360, 370, 380, 390, 400, 410, which is pretty close to the balance on my credit card, but that accounts for my monthly spending so far. So that's it for the video, guys. I will see you in my cash stuffing. Bye!